Hello, family, brothers and sisters. Please take your time to watch what happened here.
Of course, and I have to leave now when I've answered this question. Absolutely, I have not been involved in any crime syndicates of any nature whatsoever. And that, unfortunately, is that, yeah, I have reached a point now, Chairman, where I have to go.
No, Chair, he's not going to leave. He's not going to leave. She's going to ask you questions. He's not going to leave. If he leaves here, he's walking out. He's not going to leave until you release him. He's walking out of Parliament.
Yes.
Chair, he cannot be allowed. He's doing the same thing with Patoy. You can't leave here. We are appearing before us.
Unfortunately, I made it
We don't
clear.
care about your flight.
Thank you.
You are not being released here. You must be arrested. We'll open a case now.
Pardon?
We'll open a case
No.
now. This man must not be allowed to go out of this country.
I did not come here on a summons. I came here of my own free will, and I'm leaving of my own free will.
I think that he can go.
Mr. O'Sullivan.
The question that I have for him is,
Mr. O'Sullivan.
he wanted, it's, no, Chair, it's fine.
Mr. O'Sullivan.
I told him. It's fine. Chair, it's fine. Chair, it's, I think we've dealt with the question.
He can't leave. Righteousness.
No, I wanted to say to honorable souls, a person can be a hero and just do the smallest thing that undermines everything else he has done, despite many advices that he has been trying to give to him. You can't insist, but it's a discussion we can take up with him outside this. You cannot say repeatedly, this can undermine the work you are doing. Da, da, da. A person still doesn't listen to you, what you are saying. You keep on saying it's a hero. A person cannot be a hero for walking out of this type of proceedings without duly being authorized by the chairperson of the proceedings. Such a person is not a hero. He also undermines honorable souls. He must accept, honorable souls, that he undermines him. He undermines all of us collectively. And we take the input that there will be an advice, and out of that advice, we can have a proper discussions. But this guy has violated the rules of Parliament. And the rules are very clear with this kind of conduct, especially in this precinct. Thanks.
Yes, even Malema was shocked. A few days ago, I shared a video about this guy when he was interviewed or being asked by Julius Malema. Of course, the video went viral. So today, this guy, white guy, has decided to move out of the Parliament. You know, one thing that was shocked me, how this man is so confident. You know, one time Malema said one thing that is very, very important, that if you don't own the land, you black people, no one will respect you. And that's what has happened here. We know very well that South Africans don't own the land. So these guys who own property in South Africa always will not respect, even government bodies will not be respected because they know very well that black people has no power. And that's why they can decide to move away from the Parliament. So let me share what Malema said one time here.
Everything else is just artificial. It's all about the property ownership. So during the wars of dispossession, when the whites arrived here, they didn't do anything. The only thing they did was to take the land and take the cows. And the cows represented at that time the wealth of our people. If you don't change the patterns of property ownership from colonial patterns of property ownership to democratic patterns of property ownership, forget it. No black man will ever be respected as long as there is still Alexander, as long as there's still a Soweto, where our people live in congested environment like sardines. There will never be a respect. Even Patrice Motsepe is not being respected. If Patrice Motsepe was to walk into a mall alone A white woman will tell him that, say, not this side, that way. Until someone says, no, it's a different black. It's that one called Patrice Motsepe. But all of us are the same. Why? We've got no ownership of property. And it is property that brings respect. We all know that.
Yeah, if you don't own resources, if you don't own the land, of course, when we talk about the land, you talk about wealth. If you don't own the wealth, don't expect anyone to respect you. And that's what has happened. We know very well that white minority in South Africa, those who own the wealth, who own the land in South Africa, and the rest, majority of black people and colored has nothing. So those who own the land, they control the economy, they control almost even the government. So they are so powerful, so they can decide to do anything. So they would not be questioned. Of course, you take them to the court, but who owns the court? Who owns those laws? It is the same people who own the law, because these laws came to for Africans. If you look very keenly, you understand that many laws in the continent of Africa are for Africans, for black people. The law that is prohibiting Africans to own resources, the law that are prohibiting Africans to have 2 passports. But when you find rich people, especially these white people, they can own multiple passports. The way that guy was being asked that he own multiple passports. So family, I think there's a need for we Africans to understand and to know that if we don't own resources, if you have nothing, no one will respect you. So, and this is a wake-up call. We may think this man has worked out a way because maybe he's tired. No, because he knows very well that he controls the economy. He has a wealth. So if you don't own, if you own nothing, don't expect to be respected. So family, brothers and sisters, if you have something to share, please do so through the comment section. What is your opinion? What is your view to what you have seen and what happened there? Thank you.
Thank you, Africa.